The functions f and g are defined as follows. F of x is equal to 3x plus 2. G of x is equal to 2x minus 1 all over 3. Here they want us to calculate the value of f of negative 4. And so we have f of x, and f of x is equal to 3x plus 2. That's what f of x is. F of x equals to 3x plus 2. Now, what is f of negative 4? Well, f of negative 4 means that we're going to put negative 4 wherever we see x. So we have x here, so we put negative 4, and we have x here, so we put negative 4. So f of negative 4 is equal to 3 times negative 4 plus 2. 3 times negative 4 is definitely negative 12. And so we have a negative 12 plus 2. And negative 12 plus 2 is definitely negative 10. So f of negative 4 is equal to negative 10. Next, we have determine in simplified form expressions for g inverse of x. Now we have g of x here, and g of x is equal to 2x minus 1 over 3, like we have here. And our goal is to determine the inverse of g of x. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set g of x equal to y. And so we have y is equal to 2x minus 1 all over 3. The next thing we do is we swap x and y. And so we put x here, we put y here. And so we have x over 1 is equal to 2y minus 1 over 3. Again, we have x over 1 is equal to 2y minus 1 over 3. We cross multiply. So we have 3 times x, and we have 1 times 2y minus 1. Again, we have 3x, and we have 1 times 2y minus 1, and 1 times 2y minus 1 is 2y minus 1. Next, we take negative 1 and we send it over the equal sign. It was a negative 1, but when we send it over, it becomes a positive 1. So we have 3x plus 1 is equal to 2y. Next, we divide both sides of this equation by 2. And so this 2 cancel with this 2. So we have that y is equal to 3x plus 1 all over 2. And so what do? Well, we ask ourselves, okay, what is y? Well, y is equal to g inverse of x. And so that's what g inverse is equal to y. And g inverse of x is 3x plus 1 all over 2. And so we switch the equation. And so we have that g inverse of x is equal to 3x plus 1 all over 2. Next, we have to determine in simplified form expressions for g of f of x, g of f of x. So here we have two functions. G is the parent function, f is the baby function. We have to take this function f and put it inside of g. And so what do we have, right? What do we have to do? Well, the first thing we have to do is we write g of f of x. And what does that mean? Well, that means that we have to take f of x and put it inside of g, right? But what is g of x? Well, g of x is defined as 2x minus 1 over 3. So wherever we see x, right, we're going to put f of x. And so we have x here. So we put f of x, right, inside of g. And so what we have here is we have 2x minus 1 all over 3. But instead of putting x, we put f of x, all right? Because the function f is inside of g. And so instead of putting x, we put f of x. But what is f of x? Well, f of x is equal to 3x plus 2. And so f of x is equal to 3x plus 2. And so we have 2 times 3x plus 2 minus 1. And so what we do, we multiply. So we multiply 2 by 3x. We multiply 2 by 2. Again, we say 2. So we say 2 times 3x, and we say 2 times 2. Now, 2 times 3x is 6x, and 2 times 2 is 4. And we subtract 1. We put it all over 3. Now we have 4 minus 1, and 4 minus 1 is definitely 3. So we have 6x plus 3 all over 3. But we could simplify this some more because 6x divided by 3 plus 3 over 3. Now what is 6x divided by 3? Well, 6x divided by 3 is 2x, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. And so that means that g of f of x, written in simplified form, is 2x plus 1, and that's the answer to this question. Next, it says calculate the value of x for which f of x is equal to g of x. And so we have f of x, and that's equal to g of x. We set these two equations equal to each other. And so we have 3x plus 2. Again, 3x plus 2 is equal to 2x minus 1 all over 3. And here we're going to cross multiply. So we put 3x plus 2 over 1. And we multiply 1 times 2x minus 1. We multiply 3 times 3x plus 2. And so 1 times 2x minus 1 is equal to 2x minus 1. And 3 times 3x plus 2 is 3 times 3x plus 2. Next, we distribute 3 across this expression. So we have 3 times 3x is equal to 9x. Then we have 3 times 2, and 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And so this is equal to 2x minus 1. Next, we take this 6, we send it over the equal sign. And we take the 2x and we send it over the equal sign as well. And what does that give us? Well, when we send the 2x over, it was a positive 2x. So when we send it over, it becomes a negative 2x. So we have a 9x minus 2x. And then we have a negative 1, right? Remember, we have the 6 here, and we send that over, that's negative 6. And so we have 9x minus 2x. Again, 9x minus 2x, and that's going to be equal to negative 1. So you have negative 1 here, minus 6. And minus 6 because this was a positive 6. When we send it over, it's a negative 6. And so we have 9x minus 2x, and 9x minus 2x is 7x. Now we have a negative 1 minus 6, and negative 1 minus 6 is negative 7. And so we have 7x is equal to negative 7. We have 7x is equal to negative 7. Next, we divide both sides of this equation by 7. This 7 and this 7 cancels out. So we have that x is equal to negative 7 over 7. And negative 7 over 7 is equal to negative 1. So x is equal to negative 1. So that means that the value of x for which f of x is equal to g of x is negative 1. And that's the answer to this question.